Find the intervals in which the following function is strictly increasing or decreasing. So as usual, let's have a look at the graph first. So this is the same expression, right? X plus 1 the whole cube into x minus 1, x minus 3 the whole cube. It's the same one. This is your graph in a limited space actually. If not, it would have come to be in 10,000 and all of that. That will not make sense. Anyways, so this is our point of interest. So we can see that it's decreasing over here, right? And somewhere along this point, so around here. No, not exactly possible to figure it out. Okay, here we can see. So around 1, it's flat, and after that it's increasing, right? And before that it's decreasing. You can see the slope to be negative over here. So the behavior is distributed actually. I tried it out and we can see that the behavior is distributed. So we'll see which are the concern areas and we will finalize the answer. Now, first thing is, very first step is we need to figure out f prime of x. We'll start off with f of x, which is x plus 1 the whole cube into x minus 3 the whole cube. So clearly we need to use what? Yes, product rule, right? So let's have a look at the product rule once. So we have it over here. We have to differentiate the first term or one of the terms, multiply with other term, plus keep the differentiated one aside and differentiate the other one. So we have over here, differentiate the first expression, that would be 3 times of x plus 1 the whole square, and differentiation of x plus 1 itself is 1, and this is x minus 3 the whole cube. Then we have the second term to be differentiation of this expression is, again we have 3 times of x minus 3 the whole square times of 1, and the differentiation of this, not differentiation, and the first term being multiplied, and the differentiation of x minus 3 is 1. Now further simplification will help us. So we have 3 common, x plus 1 square is common, x minus 3 square is common, right? So the next step is to factorize. Factorize what? F prime of x. So f prime of x is equal to 3 times of x plus 1 the whole square, very important, x minus 3 the whole square. And we are left out with, let me go to the next line. So in the first term we are left out with x minus 3, and in the second term we will be left out with x plus 1. So this will simplify to 3 times of x plus 1 the whole square, x minus 3 the whole square, and we have 2x minus 2. And now we can further take 2 common, to be honest, over here, but I'm not going to waste time on that. So let's move on to the third step, which involves finding the zeros of f prime of x, so which is clearly minus 1 plus 3, and if you solve this you'll get 1. So we'll put it in order, it will help us. Minus 1, 3 and minus 1, 1 and 3. Put it in order, and now we will look into the intervals that we are concerned with. So the points actually, minus 1, 1 and 3 divides the x-axis into, well, 3 points will divide the entire axis to 4 regions. So it's always whatever the number of points are there, add 1, and so many regions is what we have. So that will involve minus infinity to minus 1, minus 1 to 1, and 1 to 3, and 3 till infinity. Now we have to look at the behavior of function within this region. So let's do that. So we have, how do I put it across? So behavior of f prime of x. So this is what we have to look at. So let's take the first case. Case when we have this to be minus infinity to minus 1. So we have f prime of x to be equal to, we can copy the expression just in case not to go wrong. That is, so if I take 2 common over here, this will become 6 and this is 1, right? So that would be your new expression. Okay. Now, actually before that, I can do this. Let me do this actually. See, we have squares of numbers and we are looking at the behavior of if it's going to be positive or negative. Squares of numbers always results in positive number. So we can tell as square of any real number results in positive value, then f prime of x is proportional to x minus 1 for discussing its nature. Right? Only x minus 1 will determine if it's going to be positive or negative. Everything else is, well, as you can see, everything else is square, square, and this is a constant. So basically, if I go with case 1, case x belonging to minus infinity to minus 1, if I'm right. So pick up any value. So this answer will be f prime of x will be basically negative. So it just depended on that. So if I put any value minus 2, minus 3 and all of that, it's negative. Then case x value is between minus 1 and 1. If I put 0 or minus 1 and any value before 1, all of them again it would be negative. So in this 2 region it is negative. Agree? Just pause and think over. Again, pick a value between this region like 0, 0 is part of it. If I put 0 over here, 0 minus 1 is negative. As simple as that. Next, we'll pick a case wherein we have value from 1 till 3, if I'm right. Let me see that. 3, yeah. Then f prime of x will be any value over here is positive. And finally, case x is from 3 till infinity, then f prime of x is positive here too. And finally, we can conclude the answer as per above cases. F of x is strictly increasing in, where is it? Increasing in 1 till 3, union and 3 to 8. So basically at 3 it's becoming 0. The slope has to be 0. So let's do that. Let's have a look. So this is 3. You can see the slope is almost 0. I don't know where the slope is though, but it is 0. Okay, that makes sense. Are you able to get that? Let's see if I'm able to see from here. Yeah, we can see that this is 0. And here too we have a 0. That's what we are able to see over here at minus 1. And this is strictly decreasing in minus infinity till 1, minus 1 actually, and union minus 1 till 1. So that again we are able to see over here itself, right? Is it not? So all of the spaces other than exactly at minus 1, we have the slope to be 0 approximately, you can see over here. And if I move further away, you can see the slope is negative. So even the graph gives us the same answer. So we have the right answer. If they had asked for the breakdown or point wherein the slope becomes 0, then we have that answer too. Actually, it's very clear from this. Minus 1 and plus 3 are the point wherein the expression becomes 0. Okay, so this is your answer. Again, you will be able to cut down few of the writings over here. For now, copy everything. Learn to think in an organized manner. Later on, you can cut down the answer.